guys, welcome. This is Carl Norman from Personal Development Podcast. I'm joined today by a young lady who we actually connected a while ago, but she just doesn't remember. I believe she's got a face for this as you can see. But basically, we'd met her probably a couple of months ago in Manchester, and then I'd seen some of the posts that she'd been putting lately, and a lot of it was centered around personal development. So I thought to myself, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reach out, I'm going to speak to this lady today, and I'm going to see if she will jump on an interview with me. So I am pleased to introduce Rochelle. Say hello, Rochelle, how are you?
Hello, I'm well, how are you?
I am absolutely fantastic. I always say to people, you don't need to ask, because I'm always great. You know, what else is need to be fair? You know, if you go around telling the world that, you know, it's really awful and things are not that great, then you're going to get known for that, aren't you? So for me, it's always about, you know, even if you're not having a great day, it's still a great day. You've woke up this morning and you obviously you're still moving forward. So for me, that's the most important thing about. So Rochelle, I want you to give us a little bit of an idea on your background, simply because the reason why I reached out and wanted to interview you today is because I seen a little thing that you were doing with your team, and it was about Facebook and Facebook advertising, and we're actually associated through the same company. So I know that it's important for you from a lifestyle point of view, what you currently are doing and how you live your lifestyle. So just do me a favor, because this is all about personal development. Give people a little bit of an insight on who you are, what is it that you currently do, and how personal development. Let's start with who you are first, okay? Because I'm going to give you about 5 different questions to start off with. Give us the first one first. So give us a little bit of an insight on who you are.
Okay, my name is Rochelle Nicole. I have been using this particular company that I'm working with at the moment for the last 20 months, and I purely started for a product experience. Okay. So I am currently aligned with the network marketing company. I started using their products about 20 months ago for a health transformation. Okay. And once I started using those products, I started to feel amazing, and I started to share them. And as I dived into the company a little bit more, I realized that they promote personal development very deeply. You know, it's not just about health, it's not just about wealth, it's about growing your mind and then growing yourself. Absolutely. But if I take a few steps back before that, I was living in London a couple of years ago. And if you've ever moved countries by yourself, with no job, no friends, no income, you realize it's a little bit hard. And I think that was when I really started looking at personal development. I had found a video by a guy, maybe someone told me about it, I'm not exactly sure, but I was told about a video by Robin Sharma. Okay. Now, Robin Sharma is an incredible man who does a 15-minute video on how to wake up early. So I started to wake up early, 5 a.m. every day. And he does this 60-day plan where every day you wake up at 5 a.m. and you do 20 minutes of planning your day, 20 minutes of working out, and 20 minutes of learning something new. Wow. So every day I did that, and you're supposed to do it for 60 days. So my whole thing was that I was in London. I had no friends, I had no money, I had no job, I had no home when I first arrived, and I had to nut out those things. And London was so cold and so miserable and so hard to live in that I was like, no matter whether I wake up at 5 a.m. or whether I wake up at midday, it's the same miserable darkness. So I woke up every day at 5 a.m. and I would do 20 minutes of yoga in my room. I would do 20 minutes. My 20 minutes of learning was like looking at Anthony Robbins or Robin Sharma or YouTubing something, and then 20 minutes to plan my day. Okay, what's my day going to look like? And I did it. And that, I think, for me was like the beginning of personal development. I learned so much, like just from listening to positive videos and his whole concept is like, you're awake earlier than the rest of the world. Yeah. And that's a really powerful thing. That like you're like furthering yourself while everyone else is asleep.
Yeah, 100%. So where are you actually from then, Rochelle?
So I'm from a little town, a little place called the Central Coast, which is in New South Wales, Australia. And it's about 2 hours north of Sydney. Okay. Yeah. So I grew up there.
What made you just pack up, no job, no nothing, and just take a flight and come over? What was because I mean, from a development point of view, you don't really get much bigger than that, because that's like, you know, it's a leap of faith, really. So was there something that's drawn you to come over to London?
Yes. So I came on my first trip to Europe and London in 2010, 2011 in the winter. And at the time it was with my fiance. So we came over, I fell in love with London. I was like, the history, everything about it was amazing. And I said, I want to move here. And we agreed that we were going to do that. And then when we got back home, he decided he didn't want to. So as we grew apart, we decided that I would leave and I wanted to go traveling. And so we broke up. The wedding didn't happen. So it was a really tough time, but you know, we sold the house, then we canceled the wedding, and we did all those kinds of things. And for me, it was like that was my thing. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go traveling, and I'm so glad I did do it, because there was definitely times in my life where I thought, I don't want to do it. Maybe I should stay. I was never actually scared of it, but I just was loving my life in Australia at that stage. You know, life started to get better. You do get over a breakup eventually, and but no, I still did it. So I was really, really stoked. I had been working for Fitness First for a couple of years. And although I resigned to go traveling, my plan was when I got to London, and I just called the recruitment team and said, this is my experience. What have you got? So, you know, it took me only 3 weeks to get a job, but it was still a pretty scary time.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. You know, yeah. So in those 3 weeks, you decided to obviously find yourself a job. You found yourself somewhere to live. And the whole personal development thing kicked off. So when did you get in touch with, or when did you start doing the network marketing company, the one that we're both working for now? When did all that happen?
So when I was living in London, I was working for Fitness First. A few things happened. I ended up taking a step back from the fitness industry, and I got a job in a corporate sales role for a HR company. Something that I had zero passion about, but you know, I was good at sales. The money was better. That is like the beeline of it, because in London you don't get paid well. So I'd gone from like a $75,000 a year job in Australia working for Fitness First to coming here and earning £18,000 a year. Exact same company, exact same role, half the salary. Bizarre, but still same cost of living. So I took a step back and I just went and got a job in a corporate role. Amazing company, a startup tech company. And when they transferred me back to Australia. And when I was in Australia, I was just having a few like energy issues, not health issues, but I was like training super hard. My body just wasn't adapting. I was always bloated. And I was introduced to the program by my girlfriend, Jackie. She looked amazing. She had a baby. She was like glowing. And I said, whatever you're doing, I want to do it. So I started aligning myself with this network marketing company purely for their products. Mm-hmm. And I had an amazing health transformation. So I knew it was network marketing, and I was never against it. I have no qualms about network marketing, and I'll tell you why in a moment, because I've been aligned with one before. Yeah. But I said to her, I'm not sharing this product unless it works. And within 4 days, I woke up and I was like, I have energy through the roof. It's like there's something in this product that makes me feel amazing. And so I just started looking into it. I didn't look into the ingredients. It's not that it's vitamins and minerals and nutrients. That's all amazing. But what I found was the personal development program that's in the back end of this system. There's an incredible woman called Peter Kelly who absolutely inspired me. So she was, I think, don't quote me on it, but the youngest, fastest growing millionaire at 25 years old. Wow. But the thing that was amazing about her was like, she's standing up on stage and she's teaching this crowd of people about what is your why. Like, why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to be your own boss? And when you've got someone that's as powerful as that teaching you and guiding you, it makes me want to do the same. You know, I want to be the best person I can be so then I can inspire and grow others. And if you don't grow yourself personally, you can't grow others.
Yeah. No, I agree 100% with what you're saying there. So obviously you've watched other people around you over your journey that you've been involved with our company, and you've seen other people achieve things. And I'd be probably right in saying now that you get great gratification from the fact that when you've seen other people do it, because this is something that sticks in my mind. Whenever a client comes along and says to me, okay, I'm really not too sure that, you know, I can probably achieve this weight loss because I've tried a million times before and I've tried every single diet that's out there and it just hasn't worked for me. Something that when I got involved in this business, what I've done is I looked at people that were achieving things that were just like me, had the same sort of experience, and I realized and thought to myself, well, if they can do it, then what's really stopping me? Have you had any of those aha moments since you've been here and been involved with obviously the company that we're with?
Yeah, absolutely. And probably one of the biggest ones for me was, so I started with the company September 2015. And I was, kind of organically sharing it. I was like, oh my gosh, you should try these products. I feel amazing. You should feel amazing too. And I started sharing them, and I shared them for probably a year without really looking into it much. I was getting paid amazing. I was just like, every week they were just like putting money into my account. I was thinking, what is this? Like, I didn't really understand it though. And I tried to research it. But I was working full time. So I was doing it in the pockets of my time. And it wasn't until I attended an event, September 2016. So the company actually hosts events, which to me are like personal development.
Yeah.
So it might be business training, it might be product training, it might be science talks, it might be live stories. So you have people up on stage and they're telling you their experience, either with network marketing, with personal development, how it's changed their health or their wealth or their life. And I remember sitting in the audience at this event in Sydney, and I remember seeing all these young people around me. That was the biggest thing for me. It was all these young guys, quite good looking, dressed well, tattoos, all these things. And it was just like, you know what? You can be whatever you want to be. There was 50-year-olds, there was 70-year-olds, there was 18-year-olds, there was overweight people, there was young, healthy people. And it was just like, it doesn't matter who you were, you could do this.
Yeah.
And so at the beginning of the event, they ask you, what is your belief on a scale of 1 to 10? And you had to write it down at the beginning of the weekend. So it was a Saturday, Sunday event. You had to write down your belief in yourself, your belief in the products, your belief in the company, and your belief in network marketing. And my belief in network marketing was 10 out of 10. As I said to you before, I've been in network marketing before. I think it's a phenomenal business model.
Yeah.
I'll never do anything else again.
Yeah.
My belief in the company was about 9 out of 10. At that stage, I knew that I trusted them, but there was something that was niggling. My belief in the products was 10 out of 10. I mean, I had lost 9 kilos. I had maintained a 9-kilo weight loss and stripped 7% body fat. And I was at this stage introducing some people. I'd seen them get results. So my belief in the products was 10 out of 10. My belief in myself was only 7 out of 10, which is really interesting. Yeah. And so as I sat there and I worked out over the weekend, and then, so the 2 pillars that weren't, and then the other one is, what's your belief in yourself doing network marketing?
Okay.
My belief in the company went to 10 out of 10 when basically it's $1 billion. They're going to do $1 billion in sales this year. They're in zero debt. They're privately owned. You kind of got to know about the founders and things. And since then I've actually met the founders. So, my belief is just like sky high for this company. But my belief in myself went from 7 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 that weekend.
Awesome.
And that was a real game changer for me. I just saw how basic it was. It really is a simple concept of having something you love and following through with it. Exactly. And then I was watching people on stage, and it wasn't as if I was saying, oh, if they can do it, I can do it. But it was an inspiration of, wow, anyone can do this. Because you hear the stories of someone who was an accountant, or someone that was a lawyer, or someone there's a stay-at-home mum that failed school. And then it is when you start to realize and you go, wow, there is an opportunity for me to be good at this.
Yeah, 100%. So now obviously you're doing this, I'm presuming, on a full-time basis, and you're traveling wherever the hell you want to travel. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. I mean, how does that feel to be in a situation whereby, I mean, again, obviously we connected a few months ago. And then next minute you pop up on my timeline and you're doing these video recordings, you're sharing, your philosophy with life, and you're sharing your philosophy on how to incorporate this into your lifestyle. And you're living the dream, basically. I mean, how phenomenal is that? But how does it actually feel to be helping other people now and still living a lifestyle that is really congruent with your values and your beliefs?
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful every day, and I think it is all a part of personal development to know what gratitude is. And I truly have gratitude every day. So today I'm actually set up in a gym, and I've got a little stall sampling products and stuff. And I've worked in the fitness industry, like I said to you, for the last 6 years. So, and for the last 12 months, I gave 60 hours a week of my time to a gym in Sydney. I was the club manager, a very successful successful gym. I went from very underperforming to overperforming, and we got #1 fitness first in the whole of Australia last year, which is an incredible achievement on my behalf, which I was very, very proud of. But I gave my heart and soul into that. Mm-hmm. And to be really vulnerable right now, I actually started to get bullied in the workplace in the last probably 6 weeks of the role, and it was really horrible. It was really, really, really horrible time, and it was getting a little bit messy. And so the my option was to, and it was because I was doing network marketing. There was conflict of interest there, and the choice was to either continuously be bullied and be managed by someone and keep my 6-figure income job because I was earning 6 figures in this gym, or I could take a risk and resign and become my own boss. And at this stage, I had a trip to Canada for Christmas and New York for New Year's Eve. I had a trip with the company to Borneo, Malaysia, which is called Isa Derby, which is incredible. There was another personal development week I wanted to do in Brisbane. And I was just thinking that I'm never going to be able to do all these things I want to do if I have a job. If I have a normal job under someone else's terms, where they decide what hours I work, they decide how much income I'm worth, and they decide what my life is going to look like. I can't do the things I wanted to do. So I took a massive risk, resigned from my job in December, and I just left. Now, with saying that, I built this business in the pockets of my time before I got to that point.
Yes.
So I worked my butt off leading up to this. So while I was dabbling in the business for the first year, I was sharing it, I was learning, I was always open. I would attend every event. You know, if I was going to an event by myself, it didn't matter, I was going. And now I can proudly say we're going to an event in Vegas in about 6 or 8 weeks' time, and I have more team members attending an event in Vegas than I've ever got to a Sydney event, which blows my mind.
That's
because I think finally, like, I've led by example. I attend every event. So when I was in Canada for Christmas, New York for New Year's Eve, I was actually supposed to be in a photo shoot to be the face of a company, and they cancelled the photo shoot. So it was like, okay, well, I don't need to be in Thailand for that photo shoot. Why don't I attend that event in Texas? And because I now have the freedom to do as I please with as long as I have my laptop, my business comes with me. Yeah. So I cancelled my flight home, or I moved it, and I went to Texas to New Year Kickoff, which is a huge event that our company provides for us, for like $200, $200 or $300 for 4 days of business training. Wow. It's phenomenal. And that freedom to be able to make a decision like that, like, oh, okay, I really want to go to that event to do personal development for myself, but I also got to meet my American team members. I can't ever, like, the gratitude is phenomenal. And today, as I sit in this gym, I'm like, I remember what it was like to have to be tied down to a job, to be tied down to something, like, you know, and to not have that now, I'm forever grateful.
Do you know what? It's a weird one, because I studied NLP and life coaching, and I've done for about the last 5 or 6 years. And one of the biggest take-home messages that I give to probably my clients when I coach them is, I say, you know, if there's something that you're really not happy with now, and you may not be able to change it straight away, then chip away in the background. Do something that's going to allow you to give you that freedom, or to make you a little bit happier. And to give you an example, I mean, my son was living in Spain. We'd lived in Spain for 8 years, and he'd gone back over there when he reached an age where he could. He's gone back over there to play football. But I knew in the back of my mind that from my physical coaching, i.e. face-to-face with clients, that had to change. So I started to build an online program in the background. And okay, it took me 18 months to build it up until I replicated the same amount of money that I was earning on the physical program. And you're right, it takes a massive amount of work, a huge amount of input to get there. But finally, in the end of January 2017, I could actually go, right, enough's enough. I'll step back, stop my business, and I'll just focus obviously on the online. And I took a little bit of time off, look at different things. And then obviously our company come along, and I went, wow, this is incredible. Why haven't I not seen these guys before? Because obviously I've not seen them. Because obviously we weren't in the UK at that point, you know. Yeah. So to reach that point, if you were to give some advice now to someone that was maybe thinking of, you know, looking at their life and looking at their timeline and where they're currently going, because that's what you must have done. You must have looked at, you know, I'm working in a gym, I'm slaving myself, I'm working for someone else, I'm never going to be the boss, I'm earning a good income. But what makes you What made you get up that day and go, right, okay, today is the day that needs to be changed? I know you've obviously put stuff in place and you've been moving forward. Maybe that you weren't earning the same amount of money, but something must have struck you to go, well, if I don't make the jump, if I don't take the leap right now, then I'm probably going to stay here for the rest of my days. What was that feeling like?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very spiritual person. I'm very, very open to, you know, manifestation and what is meant to be. So there's a book called The Celestine Prophecy, and it's about everything happening in life for a reason. And I had forgotten that this happened, but a year and a half earlier, I'd actually said, when I started with this company, by the end of next year, I will be doing this full time.
Wow.
And as the time went on, and maybe I didn't even put in enough effort or time, or something was happening in that meantime. But when it came down to it, it got to September and I went to that event, and then all those other things started falling into place at work, and it kind of almost pushed me out. It's like, wow, I told the universe that that's what was going to happen, and it started to happen. But it's interesting what you were just saying about putting plans in place, because some people always think, how are you traveling when they've got all these commitments at home? Now, when I left Australia in 2013, I cut all ties with Australia in terms of my car registration had run out, my car insurance had run out, my health insurance had run out, all the things, all the bills and debt and connections you have with your particular country, I slowly got rid of them. So when I came back to Australia in 2015, I didn't go and sign up to a 6-year car loan. I didn't go and get an internet bill that locks me in for 3 years. I do everything short term. If you want to have the freedom to be able to move, you need to be smart with your finances. You need to be smart with what you're locked into and contracts. So in Australia right now, I have a car for 1 year, which is almost over. When I go back, I'm going to go take the car back, which is a beautiful Audi TT. You know, it's not about not having nice things. It's just about being smart. So I only ever committed to 1 year with that car because I had an idea that I was going to go traveling. So, you know, people might think right now, like, oh my gosh, I cannot leave Australia. I've got all this going on. Okay, well, work it out. What do you have going on? What can you minimize now? Like, minimize, you know, and it's called minimalism. Minimalism is like getting all this stuff in your house and just like, what do you need? And literally live out of 2 suitcases right now. And it's the most phenomenal feeling in the world. And, you know, there was this beautiful guy that I met at that event in September, because sometimes it's just someone you meet. It might not be something you hear, it might be someone you meet. And I met this beautiful guy. His name was Sammy D, and he's a personal trainer on the Gold Coast. And he had resigned from his personal training business to just do our business full time because his clients were getting better results, he was making better money, and he had more freedom. And he said to me, where do you see yourself next year? Because I was in a very lost place that weekend that I met him. He said, and I said, I see myself, my laptop, and my suitcase. And within 3 months, that was me. And at that time, I was a full-time club manager of a gym with a boyfriend that I had just moved in with that weekend. And here I am 6 months later, I'm single, I was unemployed, and I've got my suitcase, my laptop, and myself, and I'm traveling the world.
Wow.
But I do truly believe that personal development is everything. And, you know, when you go through dark places, or when you go through breakups, or when you go through something, look to it and go, okay, well, how am I going to fix this? Okay, I'm getting bullied in my job, or I'm unhappy in my role. I wake up in the morning and I've got anxiety about going to work. My boss isn't nice. That meeting is going to stress me out. Okay, so look at all the things that are going wrong in your life, and okay, how can I fix anything? Find a book. There's an amazing woman called Lisa Messenger. She's an Australian, and she's got an online magazine, I think. She's written books. One of them's about money mindfulness. One of them's about breakups and breakthroughs. One of them's about unleashing the entrepreneur. So you find something that you're interested in and you just research it. Like every single day I'm learning. Every single day. People come into my business and like within a few weeks they're like, oh, I'm really shit at this. I can't do it. I'm like, you just started. You think a doctor became a doctor overnight? Exactly. No, they fucking studied for 7 years or however long, and I'm sure they still study every year.
Exactly.
You can't come into network marketing and just think you're going to be a guru overnight.
Yeah.
And the best thing about network marketing is that it's a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached to it. I get paid to learn. Every day I learn, and I'm still earning money on the side, and I've got a product that allows people to have a health transformation. It's like the perfect package.
Isn't it? And you know what? It's strange because people that were sort of, I don't know, pretty dubious about when I was doing what I'm currently doing right now, and when I told them at the start, and even in my own mind, I've got to be honest with you, Rochelle, I was like thinking, is this the right thing to do? You know, I've been coaching now for the best part of 30 years. I've got a good reputation. You know, people know me for what I am. I'm pretty straight. But I just thought, you know what? This is personal development on steroids. It was just like, if you wanted to be the top of your game in personal development, then you had to align with a company that had the same beliefs, the same values, and the same foresight that you genuinely had. So all those sort of reservations that I had right at the beginning, they were like sort of blown right out of the window. I mean, I had other coaches coming out and going, oh yeah, he's involved in this network and it's a scam. And I was like going, oh, well, let's just wait and see. And I think that's made me work even harder to the business that I'm currently in right now. Sure. Because I think, again, that can be an impetus for a lot of people. And personal development for me is key for that and always has been. Because you get in a certain frame of mind to be able to go, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show myself, but I'm also going to show you on what I can achieve. You must have had some of them moments where you've just gone, you know what? Oh, you wait and see. Yeah?
Yeah. And it's so exciting. I know. And that's the thing as well. Like when I look at it makes you strive for success so much more. It really does, because, and once your belief is up here, like once your belief in network marketing, in wealth creation, in health creation, and when you start to help people get their health back, when you wake up in the morning and you have a message from someone saying, because of you, I now love what I see in the mirror, or, oh my God, Rochelle, I just got paid. What is this? And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? You know, every Tuesday when I get that email saying you've just been paid, going from a person that got paid monthly for the last 9 years, now get paid weekly. But when you can start to, it's not just about the wealth for me. Mine is about freedom. But don't get me wrong, I have nothing wrong with wanting wealth. I have absolutely nothing wrong with wanting that. When you can work in a business where you can see the income potential and you see other people doing it, it just makes you inspired to want to do it even more. Yeah. And what I love so much about this is that other people that understand it, they understand the concept, they understand the compensation plan, they want to see you succeed. Yeah. So a few weeks ago, I was striving for a particular rank within our company, and I had people reaching out to me that are not even financially connected to me to see if I was going okay. Do you need my help? Do you want me to help you do this? Do you want me to help you calculate this? Are you know, oh my gosh, you're motivating me to do the same thing. And it's just like, how many more people can we help get to the top to help us as well? And it's just like, and not financially. And that's what everyone thinks, it's a scam, it's this, it's bullshit. Yeah. People are just so close-minded about network marketing, but I think one day network marketing is going to be a better business model than, or people are going to see that it's a better business model than generic business models. Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that's the fact. I think that it genuinely is. I think more people need to be able to see that and understand it and appreciate it and actually get themselves involved where there is a team that will support them. I mean, I've been self-employed for 30 odd years. I've never, in the last sort of 3 or 4 months that I've been doing this, I've never been in a situation where I've actually got people that are coming out going, can we help you? Do you want to do a one-to-one? I mean, I interview my mentor every single week, Kathy Savage, and we have a 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and I go, how's your week been? And she goes, yeah, great. Tell me about what's happening. Tell me what's happening with the business. And she's just like, blah, 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 blah. I'm just throwing things at me. And I'm like going, this is gold. I'm talking to a multi-millionaire who's giving me a massive amount of information. If I wanted to try and nail a multi-millionaire down and say, right, can you give me some of your time, please? Actually, let's make it 20 minutes every single week. And then you can tell me everything that you know. Can you imagine? You'd just be like, no. Or they'd be like, yeah, no, it'd be $100, thanks. And they charge you for it. Exactly. Yeah. You know, to be in an industry like we're currently in now is just crazy, but like the best crazy. So listen, I want to try and wrap this up today because I know that you're a busy woman and I know that you've took time out to do this interview with me, and I massively appreciate it. For some of the guys that maybe that were watching you, and let's be honest with you, right, people connect with people. I put this on my podcast, I put this on my Facebook, I put this on my YouTube, and I know that you're going to share it with your people. But why should people actually get in touch with you? Why would you say, you know what, working with you is probably a really good thing? I mean, I can see it. I'd want to work with you simply because of, you know, the way that you are. You know, you're totally holistic. You know, you love your work. You want to travel around. They're all things that people want to do. But why would people want to align with you? So, you know, if people want to get in touch with you, how can they? And why would they want to align with you in the first place? What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, so, I mean, I genuinely have so much passion for helping others do the same. because this is not a fun journey when I'm doing it by myself. I get a little bit lonely sometimes.
Oh.
So I genuinely want to, like, my passion is to coach people on doing the same thing. So, like, I coach people through the health transformation. I love that. But one of the biggest factors in health right now, and one of the biggest issues in our health, is stress, sleep, and income. And if you have stress, if you have bad sleep, and if you have poor income, they're going to affect your health. Correct. So the perfect business model with a health organization to have wealth creation attached to it. And when I can show my family and friends how to make additional income, a couple of $100s a week changes someone's life.
Wow.
And I get out of bed every day for my tribe. I tell them, they're my tribe, and I tell them all the time. And people come to me and go, what is this tribe you speak of? I'm like, come into my tribe. And I get them in and we coach them, and I jump on calls with them. Do you know when my team calls are at the moment? Because I'm in the UK, my team calls are 2 a.m.
Wow. Because
the Americans are at 6 p.m. West Coast America is 9 p.m. It's 11 a.m. for Australia, and it just so happens it's 2 a.m. for me. But I get up every single, I just stay awake till 2 a.m. Sunday and Monday every week to be on a call with my team.
That's incredible.
And I'm so dedicated to do that because I dedicated that much time and effort in a gym or for another company that maybe doesn't appreciate their employees as much as, some people would. So why would I not invest that much time and energy into my own people, my own business, and my own future?
Correct. Exactly. And I think that's a difference. I think the mindset of what you've just talked about there is key to success in any area of your life. It's actually more given, because I think that will come back in abundance in whatever form. So the fact that you're actually building your team up, and you're obviously thousands and thousands of miles away, and you're still committed and you're still dedicated to do that, is incredible.
Yeah. And I will just say one more thing is, if you're aligned with a company, especially those that are listening from our company, is that the events will change your life. Every event that I've attended has literally catapulted me into the next area of my life. Like, it's either given me confidence, it's given me structure, it's given me clarity, it's given me something that's I mean, our next event in Vegas has Tony Robbins presenting on the Sunday. Like, that is insane. Like, people pay $10,000 to see Tony Robbins. Our company is charging us $299. And in fact, in most countries, you can win the holiday. So as I said to you before, I've attended so many events by myself. Look at this business as long-term. This is not a 1 year, 2 year, 1 month, whatever. It's long-term. And if you commit yourself for 10 years, I guarantee you will be totally time and financial free.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. But I think, again, like what we were talking about originally, personal development isn't for a short period of time. Personal development is for the rest of your life, because I believe that I've been doing personal development all of my life. I just didn't know what it was. So reading certain stuff, following certain stuff, trying to be as happy as you possibly can, trying to share that with everybody else, that's personal development. And again, this company totally aligns with that, because we actually get paid for it. So why?
You're going to pinch yourself sometimes.
Exactly. I wake up in the morning and I go, I've done a couple of cycles today. That's nice. That's money in the bank. So, for me, it's absolute. And considering that we've only just started in the UK, this journey for me so far has been absolutely incredible. Listen, Rochelle, I know that you're really busy. I want you to stay on the line just after the interview, if you can, just 5 minutes, so I can get a little bit of your time, because I want to try and do something else with you if we can.
Yeah.
But for the guys who are listening onto the podcast, I hope that you've got a massive amount of, education just from that last 25 minutes. Because for me, again, it just reconfirms what I got involved in this business for. It reconfirms with regards to the personal development that I'm currently doing, not just with myself, but also with my team that I've managed to build up in a short period of time. If you're looking for something to take yourself to the next level, then, align yourself with other people. I only reached out the other day to Rochelle and said, listen, I need to get you on a podcast. And Rochelle was like, oh, okay, let me see what you've done. Getting on a podcast with a client like himself, it's not something that you do every single day. But the fact is that you reach out, you ask people, you do things, you put yourself in a situation where maybe if you're in a place now where really things are massively comfortable and you're thinking, I want to just go that step further, I want to leave my job, I want to be in a great relationship with someone, I want them to love me as much as I love them back. Even if it's a materialistic thing, is that, if you want a nice car, if you want a nice house, there's things there that you can do. All you've got to do is that you've just got to reach out. So, Rochelle, thank you so much for joining me today on this. I hope that the listeners and the people who are watching this and also your guys get a great amount of content from it. I so thank you for doing this. Have an awesome weekend. I can't wait to catch up with you at the event on the weekend. Take care.
Yay! Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Adios.